I'm 28 years old, and I don't know anything. Like, I know how to make a decent cup of coffee and I can change a tire if absolutely necessary. But if you asked me to describe the economic impact of the war in Ukraine, or the pathophysiology of Alzheimer's disease, I would have to say I'm not your person. And yet, by some miracle of modern technology, when people go online, they often find me and ask me these exact questions. So now I've made it my job to learn what I need to learn to answer them. And I'm going to show you how I do that. This video is brought to you by Brillia, who've been sponsoring this video. Brilliant is the best way to learn math and science interactively, because learning isn't just about memorizing facts. It's about developing your ability to reason and solve problems. It's about having that light bulb moment when you understand how something works. And this is so much easier to do with Brilliant, whose interactive questions challenge you to really understand the subject. Whether you want to know more about solar panels or neural networks, want to brush up on your geometry or get better at data analysis, the brilliantly interactive courses will teach you all that and much more. Now back to the video. So here's the thing. I am convinced anyone can become an expert at almost anything if they're willing to put in the work. And to prove it to myself, I decided to use my platform to take on a massive challenge. I set out to learn everything I needed to write a 20,000-word book on a subject I knew nothing about. And I committed to doing this publicly, which meant there was no turning back. Every week I would publish a chapter on my blog, and every Sunday I would film a video summarizing the key points. I did this for 14 weeks and learned more than I ever imagined possible. So here's how I did it. The first step is finding a good book. I looked around for books that were comprehensive but also easy to read. I found this one, Cosmology in a Nutshell by Katie Fries, to be excellent. I also used David Deutsch's The Beginning of Infinity and Michio Kaku's Physics of the Impossible. These are the books I read and summarized for my videos. The second step is reading and summarizing the book. For each book I would summarize each chapter in under 3 minutes. This was great practice for distilling complex ideas into simpler language. I published the weekly summaries on my blog and uploaded them to YouTube. This helped me focus on teaching the material instead of simply summarizing it. The third step is taking a class. Taking a class gives you the opportunity to ask questions that may not have been answered in the book. It also allows you to see the material from a different perspective. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any university classes that covered exactly what I was looking for. So I turned to Coursera, edX, and FutureLearn, where I found many high-quality courses taught by actual experts. I found Professor Brian Cox's course, Quantum Physics, to be particularly inspiring. In fact, it blew my mind. I had not realized just how strange quantum physics really is. Step 4 is testing yourself. One of the best ways to test your knowledge is to take a quiz. This is a great way to identify areas where you need to study harder. There were no quizzes available for the subjects I was studying, so I created my own. I made multiple choice questions based on each chapter of the book and then graded myself. If I got a question wrong, I went back and read that section again. This is a very efficient way to learn because you immediately know what you need to focus on next. Step 5 is peer review. Getting feedback from someone else is invaluable. It allows you to see the material through another person's eyes and helps you to identify areas where you may be misunderstanding the material. Unfortunately, I didn't have anyone in my family or friend group who could help me with this, but I was able to get some great feedback from viewers of my channel. Every week after publishing a chapter, I would ask viewers to let me know if they found anything confusing or unclear. I would also ask them to suggest topics for future videos. This is an invaluable source of feedback and has helped me to improve my videos significantly. Step 6 is becoming a teacher. Teaching is one of the best ways to learn because it forces you to organize your thoughts and articulate them clearly. At the end of each week, I would make a summary video of the material I had just covered. This process helped me to solidify my understanding of the material, and it gave me an opportunity to help others learn about it too. I would start by asking questions that I thought my audience might have, and then I would answer them in as clear and concise a manner as possible. I found that the more questions I answered, the more confident I became in my understanding of the subject matter. Step 7 is publish or perish. One of the best ways to ensure that you actually learn the material is to publish something about it. This could be a blog post, a video, or even just a tweet thread. Publishing forces you to organize your thoughts and articulate them clearly. It also provides a record of your learning that you can look back on and be proud of. When I started this project, I had never published anything like this before, but I knew that if I wanted to learn, I had to make a commitment to sharing my learning with the world. And I'm so glad I did. Not only did it help me to learn, but it also helped to inspire others. I received so many messages from people telling me, that my videos had helped them to understand these subjects for the first time, and that really inspired me to keep going. The last step is repeat. Once you've learned one subject, it's time to move on to the next. I would recommend that you pick a subject that you're interested in, but also one that is challenging for you. It is important to push yourself beyond your comfort zone in order to grow and develop as a learner. Let me tell you a little bit about what I learned. First, our universe is unbelievably vast and mysterious. We've only explored a tiny fraction of it, and there's so much more out there that we don't understand. It's humbling to realize just how much we don't know about the universe, but it's also exciting to think about all the discoveries that we might make in the future. Second, the laws of physics are truly amazing. They govern everything that happens in the universe, and they're incredibly elegant and beautiful. It's hard to overstate just how incredible the laws of physics are. They're the foundation of everything that we see and experience in the universe. Third, the universe is constantly changing and evolving. Nothing is static, and everything is in a state of flux. This means that we can never stop learning about the universe because it's always changing. There's always something new to discover. Fourth, the universe is full of wonders. There's so much that we don't understand, but there's also so much that's beautiful and amazing. From black holes to dark matter to the cosmic microwave background radiation, the universe is full of mysteries that we're only just beginning to solve. Fifth, the universe is interconnected. Everything is related to everything else, and we're all part of the same cosmic web. This means that we have a responsibility to take care of the universe because we're all connected. We all have a role to play in preserving and protecting the universe. Learning about cosmology has been an incredible journey. It's taught me so much about the universe and my place in it, and it's inspired me to keep learning and exploring. I hope it's inspired you too. I recently came across a quote from Carl Sagan that I think sums up the importance of learning perfectly. He said, "We are a species on the brink of the ultimate technological revolution. If we play our cards right, the world will be transformed for the benefit of all. We have the opportunity to move beyond the short-sighted pursuit of material possessions to a more enlightened existence that emphasizes beauty, wisdom, compassion, and justice. Our time on Earth is brief and precious. We must use it wisely." This is such a powerful statement, and I think it's so true. We are living through a time of unprecedented technological change, and it's up to us to decide how we're going to use it. Are we going to continue on the current path of short-sighted materialism, or are we going to use this technology to create a better world? I believe that we have the power to create a better world. We have the power to use this technology to make life better for everyone, but we have to be wise, and we have to use it wisely. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it's inspired you to learn something new. If you're not already subscribed, please do so and join me on this journey of discovery. Thank you.